Namaste, dear students. How are you? Yeah, are you ready to talk in our today's class? Yes. Okay. In our last class, we had discussed about the gases like ammonia gas as well as carbon dioxide gas. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss about the metals. Have you heard about the term metal? Yeah, obviously, because it is quite common term and it is very that essential for our living beings too. Because to conduct our daily lives, it is the important component of our daily life. Okay, you can see a question in your screen that the chairs as well as benches as well as spoons and pans etc. All the materials which are available at your homes or the kitchens. By which substances do these materials made up of? Can you guess? Are these materials made up of the same things? Please, you can make guesses as well as you can write the things that the question has asked to you in a note copy. Then I am giving some informations about the metals as well as the non-metals. So, as I have asked a question, have you written anything in your copy? Yeah, okay. The bar, that metallic bar, which is used to construct the different that infrastructures like roads as well as houses, temples, as well as other many things. This that thing is used. It is made up of iron. As well as the next one is the jug. Okay, are these two materials made up of the same substance? Obviously not. As well as the next one, that is a pan, that is called the frying pan. Next one is the teacup. Next is a coin. Next one is a what? This is the bangles. Next one is the table. Are all these substances made up of the same thing? Obviously not. But according to the that your that daily life, I think you all have touched these things. So, if you that go through these things, obviously you will find the different properties. So, we are making some differences about these things in our today's class. So, if you touch the handle without the that plastics or without the bakelite, without the non-conducting things, obviously you will feel hot when it is on the pan, that oven. Then what is it? The thing has conducted the electricity has been conducted, that is heat has been conducted from one place to another place. You can see here we are making some differences between the metals as well as the non-metals in our today's class, because introduction has been already done in your previous class, in your previous grades. So, we are just differentiating in today's class. So, here you can see in the column of metal, you can see here metals are always good conductors of heat and electricity. You can see here the key has been kept at the middle of the wire. So, the bulb has been lit here. As well as if you put that pencil, then does this bulb glow here? No. Then what is the difference? So, the pencil, that covering of the pencil, that is, it is bad conductor, it does not conduct, but this key, it is good conductor. So, it conducts heat, that is electricity here, but it can also conduct heat also, but does the pencil conduct? Obviously not. So, this is non-metal, but this is metal. As well as next one, metals are generally hard, but comparatively non-metals are soft. Like if you touch here, this is a what? This is a cup. This cup cannot be easily bent down, as well as it cannot easily be molded into the different shapes. But when you take that non-metals like that graphite, you can easily break it down. That means if you take a pencil, you can easily break it down into the different fragments. So that is the non-metal, because pencil is made up of through the non-metal. But metals cannot be easily broken because it is hard. So you can take some examples like lead, as well as gold, silver, copper. But if you go through the carbon, like carbon means you can see the coals as well as charcoals. If you go into the another example, that is sulfur, sulfur is found in such that form, as well as if you take an example, that is phosphorus. These substances can easily be broken, as well as they can easily be molded into the different shapes. So they are soft. But can you just break down a rod of iron easily through your bare hand? Impossible, because that is hard. So iron is the metal. Next property of metals and non-metals are metals can easily produce sonorous sound. When you take this example, I am taking a tongue, that is fire tongue, and this is spatula. When you beat it into to each other, then you are just listening a sound here. Okay, but when you beat these two substances, do you see, or do you that hear such a similar sound here? Well, sound which is obtained through the that collision of two different non-metals, that is not the sonorous. It is not pleasing. But if we are just colliding these two substances or these two metals, okay, this sonorous sound, which is called, okay, the sound which is heard when two metals are collided to each other, that is called the sonorous. You can see the examples also. The sound which is produced by the bells, obviously it is quite pleasing, as well as it is sonorous. When the okay, that two metals are just struck into each other, then the sound that lasts for long, that is sonorous. But when that these two substances or these that wooden metals or wooden pieces, okay, that stuck to each other, then do you hear the sound as you hear the sound from the bell? Not, it is not, because this is what, this is non-metal. But the sound which is obtained from the bell, that is called the, okay, this is from the metals. So these metals always produce the sonorous sound, but the non-metals never produce sonorous sound. Okay. Next one, malleable and ductile. It is a bit difficult term for you, but I will make it quite easy for you. Malleable, the ductile means this is a wire. This is a wire. This wire has been, okay, that made by taking it down. Okay, when these two, this is just stretching it, okay, towards away from each other. Then this is, okay, this nature of the metal is called the ductility. That means it can easily turn into the wires, as well as malleable. When it is beaten down, when it is struck by that hammer, then it will just we can easily make the flat that substance, that is called the malleable. So metals show such type of properties, that is they do show the malleability as well as the ductility. So this nature is called the malleable as well as ductile nature or ductile property of the metals. Moreover, you can see examples. This is a metal, that is it is in that ball form, as well as it has been turned into the copper wire. But in the next one, that piece of iron has been beaten down. You can see here. Then it has been turned into a flat. So this first one represents, it has got the ductile nature, and next figure has shown the what, malleability of the metals. But when you beat that non-metal, that is when you beat a wood, then can you flatten it down? Up? Not. As well as can you make it okay, that can you stretch it, okay, away from okay, two points? Not. So non-metals do not show the property like malleability as well as ductility. Okay, I think you all are feeling the, okay, the properties that we are discussing in our today's class. I think you all are feeling quite comfortable in today's class, because all of the properties that we have discussed, they are always in our daily life. The next property or next difference of metals and non-metals are shining. You can see here, the metals have shining nature. That means when a light is struck into the metal, then it reflects, it shines. But when you just pass a light into a non-metal, like in such what wood, then does it reflect the light as the metals reflect? Obviously not. So metals always show the shining as well as lustrous property, but non-metals never show such property. So this is another difference between metal as well as the non-metal. So these are the properties as well as these are the differences between metals and non-metals. The next property of metal as well as non-metal are when you try to take into a piece of metal or the iron into that oven, how long does it take to melt it as well as to heat it? As well as you can compare that time taken to heat it as well as to melt it with the non-metal. Like you can take a piece of wood. After some time, piece of wood starts to burn. But does the piece of iron start to burn? Why is it so then? Obviously, the metals to have got the higher that boiling as well as melting points. It means it needs more that heat energy to melt as well as to boil. But in non-metals, it takes very short time as well as it needs a very short amount of energy, heat energy to light as well as to burn. So they do have got the low melting as well as the boiling points. This is another difference. So I think all you have taken these points that you have discussed. The next point about the metals are all metals found in the same place, from the same place or same that substances? Okay, we are talking about this. The minerals which are being taken from the mines, they are the substances taken from the mines. Generally, they are taken from the crust of the earth. I think you all are familiar with the different parts of the earth, the crust, through which we can easily incap out as well as we can taken out the materials or the substances. These are called the minerals, through which we can easily extract that pure form of the metals. Generally, the metals which are found into the crust of the earth, they do find in pure form as well as they always found in the solid form, and they generally found in the crystalline in the nature. The next point is some of the minerals, they are found in the, or generally the pure metals which are found as a mineral, they do have got the they are generally found in the pure state. For example, we can take example like gold. Gold is found in nature in pure form, as well as silver is also found in, generally in comparison with other minerals. We are just comparing the that percentile through the percentiles. They are generally found in the pure form as compared with others. Next one is in Nepal also, in various types of the that minerals are found in different parts or in the different forms, like hematite, cuprite, argentite, granite, as well as coal. These are the minerals which are found in Nepal also. That the places where the minerals are found are in Dang, as well as in Sandland also, in Rolpa, Gulmi, Ramesap, Dolakha, as well as Palpa. Different types of the minerals are found in these places. We will be discussing individually in the next points, in the next slides. So that nature of, or that color of the minerals which are found in the nature are shown in the screen. You can just visualize it here. Then you can just take the reference of these figures. Then you can just see into the books as well as the other reference materials too. Like you can go through the Google too. You can do the Google too to compare the structure as well as the nature of the okay, these minerals. So, are all these minerals found in the mines, are all these that pure form? Generally not. So, in fact, I think you all have heard the term ore. Do you know the meaning of ore? Okay, I think you all all have heard the term for the first time, I think. So, I need to explain about the ore so that you can know it easily. The next one is, you can see here, there are different types of the forms of the minerals. One of the mineral is hematite. Hematite consists of different other impurities. So, by removing all these impurities, we can turn it into a pure iron, so that by taking that iron, it can be converted into different shapes like sickle. So, the impure form which is obtained from the mines, that is called the ore, okay, or the impure metal which is obtained from the mines is called the ore. So, when it is purified, we can use it in different forms in our daily life. So, do you know the meaning of ore? Anybody can recite it once again? Okay. I think you all have written the meaning of the ore. So, it is new term to you. So, it is better to write in your copy also. So, I hope you all have written the meaning as well as definition of the words. Next, are all these things made up of the same matter? That means, do they have got the similar things in in the form of the words? Obviously not. After removing all of these things, or after removing the impurities, as I have already reiterated just earlier, that by removing all of these minerals, that means impurities, we can take it out as a pure form of the metals. So, in figure also, you can see here figure A, that means hematite, it is impure form, this is ore. But after removing all of these impurities, we can obtain the pure iron, through which we can make it, or make the substance which is shown in the figure B, that is sickle. So, I think it is quite clear for you that that I have already discussed, as well as you have seen the text that it has been displayed over the screen also. Okay. Next, we are talking about the various types of the that ores found in different metals which are included in our curriculum. We will be talking about 5 metals now onwards. The first one is the iron. What are the impure form of the iron that can be taken from the nature? We will be discussing. What is the term to be represented to indicate the impure form of the metal called? What? Okay, that is ore. So, we are talking about the different ores of the iron right now. So, the first one is, it has already been displayed over there. What is that? Can you spell, can you just pronounce it? Okay, that is hematite. What is the molecular formula of hematite? Fe2O3. That means it has 2 atoms of iron as well as 3 atoms of oxygen to form a molecule of what? Hematite. You can see here, this is the figure of what? The hematite. This type of structure can be encaved from the mines, but it is not in the pure form. Next ore of iron is siderite. The molecular formula of siderite is FeCO3, which is called ferrous carbonate, FeCO3. Next one is magnetite, that is Fe3O4, which is called ferrosoferric oxide. The molecular name of this compound is ferrosoferric oxide. Next one is limonite. The molecular formula of limonite is Fe2O3, which is called ferric oxide, and this represents, it consists 3 molecules of water, which is called the water of crystallization. That means, how many molecules of water has been shown here? 3. That means 3 molecules of water has been obtained when it is found in the crystal form, because I think you all have talked about or already learned about the crystal. So, this is called water of crystallization, because to obtain the crystals, the compound should contain some water molecules that are being bonded with the specific groups of the compound. So, this is called the water of crystallization, and the molecular formula or the impure form of the iron is limonite. The next one is the iron pyrite. So, if you hear the term pyrite, you need to think always there is the sulfur. Pyrite always represents the presence of what? What? Okay, sulfur. Good. You have said the correct one. So, pyrite always refers for the presence of what? Sulfur. So, iron can also be obtained or can also be extracted from the iron pyrite. That means the molecular formula is what? FeS2. So, these are all about the impure form of the iron, or they are called the ores of the iron. So, I think you all are taking notes in your copy, so that you can review it for the next time when you are in the confusion. So, keep on taking the notes, because we will be discussing about more important things in the next slides too, because it is quite helpful for your examination as well as for learning too. Okay. The next one, the aluminum, because I have already told to you the names of the that metals to be discussed in today's class. That is, next one is aluminum. The bauxite, BAUXIT, bauxite. So, the molecular formula of bauxite is Al2O3 dot 2H2O. What does this 2H2O represents? Okay, this is what? Good, you have said the correct, that is water of crystallization. How many water of crystallization does the bauxite contain? 2. So, this is the that chief ore of the aluminum, because while extracting the metals from their ores, we have to go into the further that commercialized also, because when you have just extracted the metal, then if the investment is higher than the output, then does it that give the more output? So, we have to go into the cost of investment as well as the that output after the selling of what? The metals after extraction. So, because it consists, or the bauxite consists more percentage of the aluminum, so that it is considered as the chief ore of the aluminum. Next one, cryolite. The molecular formula of cryolite is Na2Al(F6). It is also one of the ores that can be used for the extraction of the aluminum. It can be found in the nature in this form. The next one is the corundum, that is, it is called aluminum oxide, Al2O3. So, it is found in such forms. Okay. So, these all are the ores which can be used for the extraction of the aluminum. Next, we are going to discuss about the ores of the copper. Okay. Copper is also not found in the pure form in the mines. So, we have to take the impure form of the copper from the mines, so that it can be by using the different metallurgical processes, we can make it pure. So, chief ore of the copper is chalcocite, or it is also known as copper glans, which has the molecular formula Cu2 as this is called copper sulfide, PHIDE, copper sulfide. Next one is copper pyrite. As I have already talked about the pyrite, can anybody say what does the pyrite represent? Yes, it represents sulfur. So, can you see sulfur here? Isn't it sulfur? So, for this the term pyrite has come. So, you need to memorize, or you need to just recall or just reiterate that the presence of sulfur always represents by the term pyrite. Next one is cuprite. Next one is cuprite. So, cuprite has the molecular formula Cu2O, which is also known as what? Cuprous oxide. Next one is malachite. Malachite is that what it has got the two compounds, that is copper carbonate as well as the copper hydroxide. By combining these two compounds, a collective compound is formed. So it also consists two coppers. You can see here two atoms of copper, 1 and 2. It also it automatically shows that this consists the more percentage of the what copper here. So that while following the different metallurgical processes to obtain the copper, it will give more products. So that cost of investment will be lower, can be lower than that of the cost which is taken after selling the product of the copper. So it is quite economic too. Okay, next one is the silver. Silver is one of the that very important metal for us in our daily life. So the first important that ore of the silver is the argentite. Argentite has the molecular formula Ag2S. Next one is the horn silver, which is called silver chloride. The next one is the ruby sulfur. Ruby sulfur consists silver, Sb represents stibnum as well as S represents sulfur. So 2 atoms of silver, 2 atoms of stibnum as well as 3 atoms of sulfur. That means Ag2, Sb2, S3 represents the ruby sulfur. Next one, you can see here silver copper glance Ag.Cu2S. That means silver metal along with copper pyrite. That means copper sulfide. You can see here. So this represents the another O of the silver. Now the fifth metal that is being discussed in our today's class is the gold. I think gold is one of the ornamental metal which is used in our daily lives as well as for the decoration of our body also. Not only the body, for the in the temples also, as well as in different parts of the that we can use gold as a ornament, gold in the form of the ornaments. So as we have already just talked about the presence that availability of the gold, it is found in the pure form in the nature. Generally it is found in the rocks as well as the around the sand. So you can see here, because this gold is yellowish in color, because we all are familiar with the color of the gold. So these are the gold particles present in the rock. Not only in the rock, we can find the gold on the bank of the river in which sand are found. So in the sand, along with the sand, we can find the gold. So availability of the gold is pure in the nature as well as it is found in rock as well as the sand. So this is all about the gold. Okay, in today's class we have discussed about the difference between metal as well as non-metal, as well as what type of that substances are the metals, as well as what are the features that should be known to distinguish between metals as well as the non-metals. Next we discussed about the minerals, and in addition to this we had discussed about the ores of different types of metals like iron, copper, silver, aluminum as well as the gold. Now we are talking about some questions that are related with the today's discussion. So we are moving towards the discussion session. The first question which is being displayed over the screen is, which of the following fact about metal is correct? According to the informations given in today's class, which of the out of 4 points, which one is the correct one? Can you make guess? Metal is made up of silicate. Is it the correct? Ore is prepared from metal, or metal is prepared from the ore? Okay, it is not the correct. Ores are pure. Are all ores pure? If it is so, does it need to follow some metallurgical processes? No. Metal is obtained from the ores. Okay, out of these 4 options, which one is the correct one? Yes. Who said the D is the correct? Okay, you are right. Okay, next question, D is the correct. Okay, this is the correct answer. You can see here, it has been ticked out as well as it has been just circle, it has been just what? It is kept inside the rectangular box also. So, this because of its correctness according to the information given in the question. Okay. Next question is, which of the following is the correct, is the ore of the silver? About the ore we have just discussed. According to the informations that we have given, we have discussed right earlier. Okay. Is chalcocite a ore of silver? No. Bauxite? This is of what? This is of copper. This is of what? Bauxite. Of aluminum. This is of what? Argentite. Okay. It is the ore of what? Silver, hematite, through which we can obtain the iron. So, which one is the correct answer? Okay. C is the correct answer. Next one is, a person wants to make electric wire as well as other decorative tools. Electric wires. Have you ever seen the that color of the wire? As well as have you ever seen that have you ever known about the that metal which is used for preparation of the wire? Okay, I think it is quite familiar term, quite familiar that thing which is used in our daily life, that is copper. Metal obtained from which of the following ores? To obtain copper, you have to choose the correct ore through which we can obtain we can extract the copper. So, choose only one out of these four. Through hematite, we can obtain what? Iron. Iron is not used for the preparation of the copper wire. Bauxite, through which we can obtain the aluminum. Aluminum is also not used for the electric wires. As well as argentite, it is not also used for the preparation of what? Electric wire, because through argentite we can obtain the silver. But chalcocite, it is used because chalcocite is an ore through which we can obtain the copper. So, D is the correct answer. Similarly, we are moving towards another question. Identify the words from the given list and fill in the table. A table has given below there. Then some that words have been given as a list. So, you have to write the that words which are related to obtain the respective metals. I have given some examples here. Malachite. Malachite is used for the extraction of the copper, as well as bauxite is used for the what? Aluminum. As well as other that words you have to fill in the table you yourself. Okay, I think you all can do this because we all have discussed. We have already discussed in detail about all of these words. Next question is, write any two words of each of the following metals. You have to write any two of these. Iron, you have discussed about hematite, magnetite, as well as siderite, iron pyrite, and so on. As well as for the silver also, we have discussed three different types of the words. Through the argentite we can obtain what? Silver, as well as on silver, agesial, and so on. You can give any two that specific words that we have just made the discussion, and copper you can do yourself. Next question is, study the mineral present in the given diagram. Okay, the diagram has already been shown in our discussion session. So, through which, and you have to study this one. Then the first question related to this diagram is, to which metal is the mineral given in the diagram related? A diagram has given here, you have to write the metal, name of the metal through which we can use to extract the what? Metal. Obviously, it is of what? Okay, gold. Next one is, generally, which places does the given mineral found or find? Okay, generally the gold or the mineral for the gold is found in the rocks as well as the sand at the bank of the what? Rivers. So, you have to write these things for the question if it is asked in such ways. The next question is, you have to differentiate between metal and non-metals. I think it is not necessary to reiterate it here, because we have discussed in detail in our property discussion session. As well as next one is you have to differentiate between mineral as well as the words also. So I think if I said all the answers, then what do you do then? You have to write the difference between mineral and words yourself by taking the reference of books as well as other materials. Not only this, the discussions that we have made in today's class also. Okay, at the last, I am giving a project work for you. That is, you have to take the help of different resources. You can take the help of book also, as well as internet, as well as other different resources. Find the name of the districts and places where iron, copper, silver, aluminum and golds are found, and fill in the table given below and submit to your teacher. The table given to fill the availability of places for the availability of these metals is given here. You have to write the metals first, and you have to write the districts of Nepal, as well as in the particular districts, to which part of that district you have to write the particular places also, and you have to present in your class. After that, you need to submit this project work to your class teacher, subject teacher. Then it will be quite enough for the that reflection of the today's class also. So, dear students, I hope you all have enjoyed in today's class. So, questions related to these things should be solved. The questions are given in your textbook also, and I hope you all have enjoyed, and we will meet in the next class. Thank you.